welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another video, and today I have a different kind of background. It always bothers me so much when you're filming with your iPhone, because if I was home I'd be able to hide all the background all the mess behind me, but unfortunately I can't. So today I'm going to be doing a quick little makeup, and I wanted to show you guys just a neutral look that I want to do. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start. So before we do, please don't forget to subscribe below, like this video, and let's just go ahead and get started. So I have nothing on my skin really, so I haven't put moisturizer or anything, so I'm just gonna go in with the BADESCU facial spray. I love this stuff. It really makes your face like kind of prepare for makeup, so I just put a ton of it. It's really good for dry skin because it definitely makes your look a little bit more dewy throughout the day, so I feel like it does make a difference big time. I'm going to be using this e.l.f. primer. This one is very similar to the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. I did a video comparing the two and they were basically the same thing, so I've been using this one non-stop. I've been kind of keeping the Tarte for special occasions, so I'm just going with this primer and putting it on my forehead and on my textured areas and kind of under my eyes. Now I'm going to go with concealer. I'm going to be using the MOIRA Beauty Mega Concealer in the shade 200, which is Latte. I'm going to be putting this all over my lids. And we're going to use this as a base for our shadows. So this look is really not going to be anything special, but I feel like it's such like a staple look. I'm going to be using the Born to Run palette by Urban Decay. I have been loving this. It was one of my July favorites. It is such a great palette. So I'm going to be going into Riv right here. And I'm just going to be taking a fluffy brush. We're kind of going to do this look with kind of maybe one or two brushes the most. So I'm just blending this out on my crease. And you can see how easy this just blended, applied. This palette is a dream. Putting a little bit more. I think that is good right there. I'm gonna go with Breakaway, which is this shade right here. And I'm gonna be blending this out over top of that one. So kind of bringing back a little bit more, you know, brightness to the top of my eye. Dig into my Catrice and EMAN palette, and I'm going to be going into Sunset right here, which is very similar to the Riv that we were using, but I feel like this one is a little bit warmer. I'm going to be putting this on the outer corner of my eye. Alright, and I'm going to quickly go back to my Urban Decay palette. And I think I'm gonna dig into, this one's very pigmented, so I'm gonna be really careful. I'm gonna dig into Good As Gone, and I'm just literally gonna touch it twice. And I'm gonna put this kind of on the crease right here, but not too much. You can see that it did darken it, but I really don't want that brown to really like show a lot. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of concealer. I'm gonna be using the SARIAS Cosmetics Full Coverage Concealer. That is how it looks like. I have the shade Fair. And I'm just putting a little bit of that on my little palette right here. And then I'm just gonna be taking a flat brush. I'm gonna put the product on both sides of my brush. And so I'm gonna start doing a cut crease, but I'm gonna bring it out further and then not too far back on my eyes. So I'm gonna start right here, kind of like away from like my inner corner, like a little further out. And then I'm gonna move it upwards. So what this is really gonna do is kind of open up my eyes. Since I have very hooded small eyes, it's gonna make my eyes look a lot bigger and also like more awake. I'm going to be going over that with the same Catrice and EMAN palette, and I'm just going to be taking this shade right here, which is Fairfax. And I'm going to be setting that right over top that concealer that we just applied. going back into Sunset right here, I'm just kind of blending this in. And I'm going to bring it in a little bit further onto the lid. Alright, the last thing I'm going to do, since this look is so simple, is to apply a little bit of eyeliner. And I'm going to be using the Sephora 24-hour long-lasting eyeliner. I love this thing. It is probably one of my favorite eyeliners ever. And I've been using it for years and years. So I'm just going to be starting on the inner corner. And then I'm going to just do a small wing, hopefully. Now we gotta do the left eye, which is my hard eye. So I'm gonna just do this eye and then I'll be back. The rest of my face, I'm just gonna make it as simple as that. I already did apply primer. I don't know why I started with the primer, but now I'm just gonna apply some foundation. And I think I have 4 here. I think I'm gonna go with the Benefit one just because it's the most comfortable for like every day. I've been loving this one. I would recommend this one for dry skin, not so much for like normal to oily, but I'm just gonna be putting a little bit of this foundation in this little palette right here. So I put 1 full pump. I have the shade number 4 from the Benefit Hello Happy Brightening Foundation, which is the latest one that they just launched. And I'm gonna be going with my beauty sponge, and then I'm gonna be applying this kind of all over. So you can see this does have a really nice like medium coverage, but it also like still makes you look like skin. And it's such a comfortable foundation. Throughout the day, it does get really dewy on me, so that's why I don't think it would work for oily skin. But it's like a good dewy for at least my complexion. So I've been really liking this. And we're going for like a day look. I don't want it to be too exaggerated or anything. So that's good. Everything else that you can still see, I'm gonna cover it up with some concealer. So I'm not too worried about that. With the MOIRA Mega Concealer one more time, but this is the shade Custard, which is 2.50. And I'm just gonna be putting a little bit of this under my eyes. A little bit of this goes a long way. And then I'm gonna put it over top of those little tiny pimples I have. So before we move on, I'm going to be doing some kind of cream contouring, and I'm going to be using the UOMA Beauty Double Take Sculpt Strobe Duo Stick. This one is a new brand at Ulta. I've mentioned it a couple times. I did a couple of videos on them, and I have the shade Honey Honey. I'm going to be using the contour side on this one, and I'm going to be kind of painting this on. A little goes a long way, so you don't want to overdo it. I'm going to be taking this Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm going to start blending them. You can kind of use this over top of your foundation, or you can also do it underneath. I don't think it's like so pigmented that I have to do it underneath where it wouldn't look very natural on top. I kind of just blend it out with this brush, and then I go over it with my sponge, and it kind of looks really, really nice. This is not a very dry one, kind of like the Fenty ones. It's a very, very creamy one. So I think it definitely works like this because it doesn't like string along your foundation or remove your foundation. See what I mean about being pigmented? But I just love the shade of this and how it looks. I definitely went a little bit heavy on it, not gonna lie, but at the end you guys are gonna see how pretty it looks. Alright, so I don't have a smaller blending brush for my nose. I didn't bring one. What I'm gonna be doing is just taking a little bit with the brush, so I kind of just do like this, and then I'm gonna just buff it onto the nose, and hopefully picked up something. I think it did. See how the skin like completely changed? Like it definitely changed my look, and now I look so ready for summer and like golden tan. If you still think that it's not all blended into your skin, because I will be applying some bronzer over top, you can just take your beauty sponge like this and kind of buff it into the skin, so it looks a little bit more natural. But yeah, I really like how this looks. I honestly love that thing. It is very expensive, but I love it so much. Moving on to face powders, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Little Stop Sign Bronzer, and this one is in the shade Private Island. Love this shade. Sometimes it's too warm for me, but it's perfect for me at the moment. And since I already have a very, very drastic bronzing, I'm just like putting a little bit of this because it tends to be very pigmented. So I'm just kind of warming it up a little bit better, kind of setting that cream contour, especially on your jaw. You don't want to, you know, have harsh lines on your jaw. For blush, I have this one from MOIRA Beauty that I did review, I think, last week, and I'm going to be using, I think, this shade right here because we're going for something very natural, and I don't want it to overdo it. If it's not enough, I'll go with the next one over. But I think this will be enough. It's just a little something, you know? For highlight, I also have the EMAN and CATRICE highlighter palette, and this one brings 4 different highlighters. I did a video on this. This was my favorite thing from all I tried from her, and I think I'm gonna be going with this one golden right here because everything we have is like neutral golden. I just want to follow the same kind of theme. And can you guys see this? It's like a wet highlighter. Like, I honestly think this is so pretty. I probably will tone it down a little bit on my cheek because so pretty. Since we're doing something like very for like day look, I'm not gonna be using a pomade because that would be like too harsh. But I think I'm going to be using the Eyebrow Sculpt from KIKO Milano. This one is in the shade number 5. And it has a little eyebrow pencil on one side, and it has a nice, really nice spoolie on the other. So I love this, super inexpensive. So I'm just going to be drawing kind of like the line on the bottom. And then I like to fill in the beginning and then kind of like darken it on the back, on the tail of the eyebrow. And then I go ahead and do kind of like the top line. This is honestly like the nicest eyebrow pencil. Like, it's not too creamy, but it's also not too dry, and it is so pigmented. The tip is not too thin, and it's also not too bulky. It's just like a nice eyebrow pencil, you know? Alright, brows are done. I'm gonna go back under my eyes, and I'm not gonna do much. I'm actually just gonna reach onto the CATRICE and EMAN eyeshadow palette, and I think I'm gonna be taking this shade right here. And I'm taking a smaller brush. Oops. Taking a smaller brush, and I'm gonna be buffing this in. Then I'm going to take this shade right here, Runyon, and I'm just going to be putting a little bit of this in the outer corner just because we have that really dark eyeliner. So I need something to come back from it, you know what I mean, to blend into that nice brown shade down. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Essence Get Big Lashes. I love Essence mascaras. It doesn't matter which one it is, but honestly, these are so, so good. I usually use the I Love Crazy Volume Mascara, but I'm trying this one out. So now I'm going to move on to lipsticks. I am somebody that loves nude lipsticks. Like, I just go for the comfortable lip because I feel like my lips were so big that I didn't want to accentuate them, but lately I've been doing kind of this neutral look and putting a bold lip, and I feel like it looks so pretty. So I think I'm going to be using a new one that I just got. I actually am between two. I want to use either this Dose of Colors that is very pink, or a red one, but I'm kind of leaning towards the red one. I have two right here. One is from the ILUVSARAHI collection with ColourPop, and this one is in the shade ARRIBA. And this one is the Essence Color Boost Matte About Matte Liquid Lipstick, and this one is in the shade Seeing Red. So I'm just gonna swatch both of them. So this is both of them right there. This one is Arriba from ColourPop, and this one is Seeing Red from Essence. Both of them I think I really like. This one definitely has more of a shine to it. This one is more matte. Ooh, what do I want? I feel like this one has more of like a coral red. This one is just very bright and red, and I love that, but I'm afraid to put it on without a lip liner. But I have one right here that is not red, Nude Truffle from NYX, and I'm just gonna do this. And then I'm gonna be using the ILUVSARAHI and ColourPop Arriba Liquid Lipstick. Alright, there's something about brunettes and red lipsticks that just gets me, especially when you have a nude like look on your eyes. I just think it looks so pretty. I really like it. I really love how this turned out. The last thing I'm going to be applying is lashes. Honestly, for a day-to-day, I would just leave my lashes like this, but I'm doing a separate video on the lashes from JCAT Beauty. I order all the ones that I have available on Ulta, and I wanted to do kind of a video showing you guys how they look. So I'll be doing that, so I'll be just right back with my lashes on. Lashes are on, this look is complete. I really hope you guys enjoyed my summer go-to look. It's very simple, but honestly looks so pretty, and it definitely gives like a really nice, you know, look to your look. You don't have to be wearing much, but your lipstick definitely just, it's bold and definitely makes your whole look come together. So if you have some colors on your clothing, like, I don't know, if you want to contrast with the red and the white and the black like I did today, or if you have some colors on your blouse where you have a very bold lip that can bring that out, I also recommend that as well. I feel like the lashes look so pretty with this look as well. I don't usually do them, but I think they look really nice too. I just really loved it. Obviously, I do swipe out the foundations and the face products that I use, but this is kind of like my core of the stuff that I usually use. Like, I swipe out the concealer and the foundation, but everything else is kind of the same always. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching it. And as always, don't forget to subscribe below, like this video, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye!